I hope you all doing good. Today we're just gonna fill out the form I-864, the most version of it, like for 2022, step by step and in an easy and nice way. Alright, so just let's go search for USCIS.GOV. To find out the form, we're just gonna go here, like forms, all forms, and just look for form I-864. Just scroll down, it has to be somewhere here, and we can just fill it out online, or you guys can just go print it out and fill it out with the black ink pen. Alright, there we go. We're just looking for this one, affidavit of support under section 213. Just open it and go for the PDF form, and there we go. We got the form right here. Why we have to do this form, I mean the I-864. This affidavit is required for most family-based immigrants and some employment-based intending immigrants to show that they have adequate means of financial support and are not likely to become a public charge. That's the only reason we're going to fill out this form for our family, or if you're a company and you just want to bring some employee here. All right, so let's just start doing it. And as you guys can see, this this part of the form, it's only for USCIS use only, so you guys not going to do anything with this part. And as you can see, it's just just start here, not that part. And we can just simply type everything here, or just print it out and fill it out with the black ink. Now the part 2, it's information about the principal immigrant. So when you guys see the principal immigrant, it's definitely going to be beneficiary. Whoever you guys gonna bring to the state, their name gonna go here. I just want to make sure you guys know that if you guys applying for your parents, since they're gonna be like your mom or your dad, your mom and your dad, so you guys have to fill out two different form I-864 for your parents, like one for your mom and the other one for your dad. So here in this part, it's asking for principal immigrant. If you going to bring your dad here, just go ahead, fill out their name here, like family name and first name, and if they have any middle name, just print it out here. If not, you guys can go with an A. And the second form, like you guys have to, like, it's better if I say it this way, you guys have to fill out the other form, like for I-864 for your mom, and just print out your mom name right here. I hope you guys get it. You guys have to fill out two different forms for your parents. Okay, so since it's just asking for mailing address, so since we're just filling out about the beneficiary, so it's just asking about their address, not for the sponsor address. It's about beneficiary address. So in care of name, if there is any name for the address, you can just fill it out here. If not, it's not important, but just please make sure you guys going to fill out correctly and everything about the address. If they're 100% they're living in another country, so if there is no state, you guys can just leave this alone and don't even think about it. So this part, it's about beneficiary address, right? Not the sponsor address. And it's still we're working on part 2. So other information, whatever they're asking, it's about your family, the one you're gonna bring it to the state. So country or citizenship of it's like the citizenship of nationality. So it's not going to be United States. It's about whoever gonna come here. Date of birth and alien registration number. If they have any, you guys can put it here. If they don't have, you guys can go with this, like NA or USCIS online account. If they have any, just put it here. If not, just leave it like that or just don't fill it out. And this part is just asking for the part 3 information about the immigrants you are sponsoring. So this part in number 1, it's just saying I am sponsoring the principal immigrant named in part 2. So what was in part 2? It was this one about beneficiary. I told you guys, if you guys gonna go bring your parents here, so just write down their name here or whatever, your spouse, your mom, your dad, your family, whatever. So it's just asking this part is it's just saying that you are sponsoring whoever named here in part 2. So if you are going to bring your parents here in the state, so you have to go with this part, like yes, I am sponsoring the principal immigrant named in part 2. And this one is asking, I'm sponsoring the following family member. It's like family member 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are going to sponsoring more members, like more family members to the state, you have to go with this part. But if you are going to bring your only parents here, so just go with this number 1 and don't sign this one, these 2, don't mark them, just go with the number 1. And okay, so the thing is, you guys need to know, if you're going to bring your parents here, it's just asking here, okay, so what about the family member number 1? And you just name your like your dad or your mom here. So please just notice, you guys, please don't fill out this part at all. Just go with NA. Just go with NA for all the family members. Cause if you might asking, okay, hey, I'm just gonna bring my mom with my dad here, and this form is for my dad, so I'm just gonna write down my my mom name here, like a family member number 1. But please don't do that, cause you are going to fill out another form, I-864 for your mom as well, and you don't have to name them here. You just go with NA for all the part if you are going to bring your parents here in the state. You're sponsoring your parents here. Continue part 3, information about the immigrants you're sponsoring. This one, number 29, just asking you enter the total number of immigrants you're sponsoring on the affidavit, which includes the principal immigrant listed in part 2. So as I told you guys, if you're just applying for your parents, this part is just going to be number 1, because in this form you're only applying for your mom or for your dad. So please just add number 1 here, because you are applying only for one person in this form. Okay, let's go for part 4. Part 4, it's about information about you, only about the sponsor, whoever gonna bring their family here. It's just a sponsor full name, last name, first name, middle name. As I told you guys once, if there is no middle name, just go with NA. And it's just asking for a sponsor mailing address for your address, whoever is going to apply for their family. It's really easy. It's like a street number, apartment, suite, floor. You're gonna just put the city or town here, just choose the state here and zip code, and just if there is any postal code, we don't have any postal code in the US if I'm not mistaken, but all we got zip code. And the country is gonna be like USA. Here is asking, is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? If it is, just go with yes. If it's not, just go with no. If you go with no, so in this part it's going to ask you for your physical address. If it's yes, as the same address, and you don't have to fill out this part, the sponsor physical address, because the address is the same thing. So for other information, it's still about sponsor part 4. Don't get confused, guys. It's just country of domicile, the country you guys just living is obviously as USA. It's a sponsor date of birth. Please make sure you're gonna start with month, day, and year. City or town of birth, it's a sponsor. Just guys, don't get confused, okay? And so next one is the state or province of birth, if there is any state in your country. If not, you can just leave it empty. And country of birth. And it's just asking, as you can see, required, asking for social security number. It's a sponsor social security number. And this part 11, just asking for citizenship or residency. So whichever is applying to you guys, just please go with that. US citizen, neither US national or just green card holder, whatever is just working for you guys. So if you have any A number, like alien number, alien registration number, please go ahead, fill it out here. And number 13, sponsor USCIS online account. If you have any, just write it down here. If not, you can just leave it like that. This part is asking for military service. I'm currently on active duty in the US Armed Force or US Coast Guard. If yes, just please go with yes. If no, no. It's really easy. It's nothing really complicated. 5, it's about sponsors household size. Okay, so in this part, it's just asking you person you are sponsoring in this affidavit. Okay, so part 1, it's just asking provide the number you entered in part 3, item number 29. Okay, so part 3, item number 29, it was the this one I told you guys, just please number 1. If you're applying this form for your dad, please just number 1. But if you're and also if you are applying for your mom, please just number 1, add number 1 here, because you are just applying this form only for one person. Okay, so as you guys can see, this one is disabled for me. but it just sometimes happen, you know. If it's not working for you as well, you gotta just print out the whole form and just write it down with the black ink. Just add number 1 here, and here it's just asking you, please do not count any member of your household more than once. Okay, so we're just gonna add 1 here for our parents, for dad or mom. Okay, and here it's just asking for yourself. As you can see, it's already number 1 here, so you're gonna count as a person here. And this one is number 3, asking if you are currently married, enter number 1 for your spouse. So if you're married, go please with number 1. If you're not, you can just leave it like empty. Number 4, if you have dependent children, enter the number here. If you have any children, 1, 2, 3 or whatever, just add the numbers here. If not, you can just add 0. If you have any other dependents, enter the number here. Any other person who might live with you in the same house, you can just count them here. If you have sponsored any other person for this one, or for I-864 EZ, who are now lawful permanent residents, enter the number here. That's obviously, it's, you know, you can understand what is that. If you have any person, just please count it here. If not, you can go with 0. This number 1 is optional. If you have siblings, parents, or adult children with the same principal residence who are combining their income with yours by submitting form I-864A, enter the number here. Okay, so if you are married and you're living with your spouse, if your wife or your husband going to help you financially, please don't count them here, because it's already asking you on number 3. If you are currently married, enter number 1. So you're counting your spouse right here. So your husband or your wife, it's not on number 7, okay? It's on number 3. So if you have but anyone else, you can count them here. If not, just go with 0. So number 8 is just asking, add all the numbers here and enter the number here. Mine is not working. I don't know why it's just like that. But if you, for you guys, is the same thing. Yeah, as I told you guys have to print it out and just fill it out with the blank ink. So add all the numbers here and just enter on the household size. Okay, we're gonna go with part 6. It's about the sponsor employment and income. Okay, it's about your income and about wherever you're working right now. So it's just asking, I am currently employed and self-employed or retired, and you have to put the date here, or unemployed, you have to put the date here. So whichever is just applying for you guys, please go ahead with that. So if you're right now currently working, go with employed and the name of employee. If not, just like retired or unemployed, you guys gonna go with these items. And number 7, ask for my current individual annual income. Okay, so number 7, it's asking for a sponsor annual income. Okay, if you guys married, if you guys already did file your taxes like a joint with your wife or your husband, you're not going to put the total income here, guys. Just make sure you guys going to put the individual. It in number 7, it's just asking for the sponsor income. only for the sponsor income, not the gross income from the joint tax. And you guys get it, right? It's just the individual income. It's not for your wife and your husband the total income. It's not that one. It's only for the sponsor income. So yeah, you guys gonna go just fill it out here. Okay, so number 8 for person 1. Okay, so it's here, it's just asking income you are using from any other person who was counted in your household size right here, including in certain condition, blah blah blah. It just please indicate name here and relationship and how much they're making. Okay, so if you are married, so you can just name your wife or your husband here, and in relationship you guys gonna go with like a spouse and how much they're making like annual. Okay, so this part number 10, if you're at your wife or your husband here, and you did already yours here, number 7, so these two has to be matched on your tax papers, right? On your gross income, these two has to be matched. Like when you guys add these two together, it has to be your gross income. Okay, and also if you have another person in your household, like any children, if they are working and you can count on them, like you can use their income like for the sponsorship, and financially you can add all those person here with relationship and how much they're making. Okay, it's part 6, sponsor, employment and income. It's obviously continue of part 6. It's just asking my current annual household income. So look guys, it's total all lines from part 6, items 7, 10, 13, 16 and 19. The total will be compared to federal poverty guidelines on form I-864P. So my current annual household income is going to be here. It's for a sponsor. Okay, if for example I'm applying for my parents, I'm going to be a sponsor, and I'm going to put my gross income here. Like if I did file my taxes with my husband, so I'm gonna go have a gross income, and I just put it here. Like this part I told you guys, number 7 and number 10, my annual income and my husband annual income, right? I'm just gonna add these two and just put it here. This one's asking, the people listed in item numbers 8, 11, 14 and 17 have completed form I-864A. I am following along with this affidavit. All necessary form on this one completed by these people. Okay, so here for example, I was applying for my parents, and I just put my husband name here, and his annual income, right? So this one on number 21, it just asking you, whoever is going to help you out financially, they have to fill out form I-864A. If you guys go check my channels, you guys gonna find out this video I did already, like step by step, and I made a video step by step. You guys can go watch that video, and it's really helpful to do this form. So whoever is going to help you out financially, they have to fill out this form. Okay, And number 22, one or more of these people listed on these items do not need to complete form this because he or she is the intending immigrant and has no accompanying dependents. If whoever is gonna help you financially, it's one of the intending immigrant, so they don't have to fill out this form because they're not in here actually. So whichever, I mean, this one you have to go with this, but if this one is working on it's applying on your case, you have to go with this and their name here. All right, so now we're gonna go for federal income tax return information. 23A, have you filed a federal income tax return of each of the 3 most recent tax years? We're gonna go with yes. I hope you guys gonna go with that too. And you must attach a photocopy or transcript of your federal income tax return for any the most recent tax year. This one is optional. I have attached photocopies or transcript of my federal income tax return for my second and third most recent tax year. If you guys gonna ask me, I can recommend to you guys, please go with this. And when you're applying when you're uploading this form, please just upload your tax return for second and third most recent tax years. That's gonna help you guys for your case 100%. Okay, so here my total income adjust gross income on Internal Revenue Service IRS form as reported on my federal income tax returns for the most recent 3 years was. Okay, so we got 3 things here. Most recent, okay, if you're gonna go for now, it's going to be 2020, right? 2022. And the second year gonna be 2021. Third year gonna be 2019. No, I'm sorry, 2020. I don't know why I skipped that. 2020. So yeah, so the most if you guys did file your taxes for this year, you're gonna go with 2022. Okay, but if you haven't filed your taxes yet, so you have to go with 21, 20, and 90 here. And here it just asks you adjust gross income. If you are single or if you're married, you're gonna just put here for year 2021 your adjust income, gross income. For 1040 easy. It's really easy. You can just find it out on your file taxes. It's normally going to be first page, but if it's not, just find out the form 1040 and you can see it's kind of bold. Adjust gross income and just put it here for 3 years. And here number 25, it's just saying I was not required to file a federal income tax return as my income was below the IRS required level, and I have attached evidence to support this. If you didn't file your taxes because you were low, you had an income below the IRS required, just please go with this box. If not, just leave it alone. Okay, it's still part 7. Actually no, it was part 6, so we're gonna go with part 7. You can see the whole part 7 is optional. And what is this? Use of assets to supplement income. So you don't have to go with this part, but if you think your annual income and your household annual income, which is gonna go here, is not meet the required poverty guideline, so please go with this one. But if your annual income is enough and you don't need to prove you have income, or you're having some help or whatever, so you can just leave this part alone. But it's not that hard. It's just asking enter the balance of your savings or checking account here. If you have any cash, please go with here. Enter the net cash value of, if you have any stock, bonds, certificates of deposit, you can just put it here. And in number 4, add all these 3 together and just put it here. The total is gonna be your total. Okay, this one, go through this part too. It's just still part number 7, and it's all optional if you guys want to do it. If not, that's totally fine. And this one is continue of part 7. That's still optional. You guys can consider that, so because it's optional, you don't have to fill it up. But we're gonna go with part 8. Almost done. It was really easy, not that bad. So part 8, a sponsor contract, statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature. So whatever is in part 8, it's about the main sponsor. Please just read carefully. Read all of them and just have an idea what you guys doing. All your information has to be correct, and you guys gonna have evidence for all the information you are adding here. So then just read it carefully. So here you guys gotta just read all these here. Just read all of them, and here it just sponsors statement. It's just asking select the box for either item number 1A or 1B. If applicable, select the box for item number 2. It's just asking, I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question and instruction on this affidavit, and my answer to every question, sorry. So if you can read and understand English and you did it by yourself, please go with this part, number A1. If not, you had an interpreter, and so you have to go with this part and just name them here. Or number 2, it's at my request, the prepared name in part 10 just help you out here. If you had prepared someone help you out to fill out this form, you have to go with this one. So here it's about a sponsor contact information, daytime telephone number, mobile telephone number, and email address. It's all for a sponsor, for the main sponsor. The sponsor declaration and certification, please read all carefully, and we can go just read this too. And here it's just asking you guys, the sponsor signature sponsor, okay, and you're gonna go with date. As you can see, that's disabled, so I told you guys just print it out and fill it out with a black ink pen. Alright, so part 9, it's about interpreter. If you had an interpreter to fill this out for you, you gotta go fill out this one. If not, just leave it like that, or you can even go with an A for all of them. Interpreter mailing address, if there was any, just go with that. If not, you can go NA for all of them. Interpreter contact information and data and telephone number, mobile telephone number, or email address. If you had any, just go with that. If not, you can go with NA. And they ask for certification interpreters, and finally signature of them. But part 10, it's about prepared. If anyone just help you out because of the English and stuff like that, so you guys gotta just fill out their name here, first name, last name, and business or organization name if any, and their address, their mailing address, and contact information right here. So they're just gonna fill this out. I'm not an attorney. If they are, you're gonna go with that. If not, they have to go with that. or I am an attorney. If they are an attorney, they're gonna go with that. If not, just with that one. And just their signature and the date of they do. So part 11 is just additional information. If you guys need to add more family members, stuff like that, you guys gonna go here, page number, part number, and item number. It's just the additional paper. And yeah, we're done. I hope I could help you guys to understand every second, every part of this form. It's not really that hard. You guys can do it by yourself. And if you have any question, please comment below the video for me, and I'm just gonna do my best to put more video for you guys, so I can be helpful for all of you guys. And I hope you guys doing good, and thank you so much for watching my video.